Hello everybody, hello, welcome to the new season here at Aston Villa. It's of course our second in the Premier League. It's going to be an exciting season. It's been a very busy summer, lots of ins and outs, and I'm very optimistic as I sit here before the season starts. We're going to have a good year and hopefully go a little bit better than last year and push into those Europa League spots. Now I'm sure there are some questions, so yeah, Mr. Humphrey.
Ah, yes, thank you, Aussie. It's Humphrey Sidebottom, British journalist. Now, there have been a number of senior players depart of Aston Villa during the summer, including Vice-Captain Conor Hourihane and James Chester. Why?
Yeah, look, we're building a team for the future here, and if you don't perform, then you will not be a part of the future at Aston Villa. Now, while we wish Conor well, he proved himself last season to not be of the sufficient quality that we're looking for in an Aston Villa player. And like I say, wish him well in the rest of his career, but don't perform, you're out the door.
Yes, if I may. Now, all your summer signings have been defensive players, yet last season Aston Villa lacked goals and had a good defensive record.
Yeah, that's a fair comment. Now, understand that we have a lot of young attacking players of very high potential that are going to take a little bit of time to grow into the Premier League, and I have full faith in them to do that. Now, last year we had two defensive loanees. They needed to be replaced. Chester as well has left the club, so he needed to be replaced. And I think we've done that with some very high quality players.
Yes, finally for me, some of your fans are concerned about a lack of depth in midfield.
Yeah, you know what? I'd understand those concerns, to be honest. What we're doing is we're giving some young players an opportunity to prove themselves. The likes of Jake Doyle-Hayes, Harry Cochrane, Aaron Tish-Bowler, they're going to get a chance this year that they maybe didn't get as much of a chance last year. Now, if they prove themselves, fantastic. If they don't, we do have some room to move in the transfer loan market in January, so I'm not concerned at all. As I said, the players I've mentioned, it's a big season for them, and they do need to step up. Now, that's all the questions I've got time for today. We do have a big season opener against Manchester City coming up. The draw just is not kind to us on opening day, is it? But I'm going to go and prepare for that, so I will see you at a later time, and thank you for coming to my press conference. Hi, I'm Aussie Villa and welcome to episode 22 of Raise the Holte, our bid for world domination with Aston Villa. And of course, it's now our third season in the series, our second in the Premier League. And let's have a quick look at what has happened over the summer in terms of transfers. You can see the outs. Chester gone for 5.25 million. Hourihane gone. South Korea's harsh. He was poor last year, but he wasn't that bad. 6.25, raising to 7.75. Scott Hogan gone, off to Russia, 7.75 million. Jordan Linden as well, just off to Portsmouth for 200k there. And you can see with a couple of loanees out, Hepburn Murphy is probably the controversial one. Last year's top goal scorer. I just feel as we're playing just the one up top, which is kind of my plan for this year. I don't think he's going to play too much, so we'll send him off to Barnsley, which is a very harsh place to send somebody. Sorry if anyone was watching from Barnsley. But yeah, I think he'll play more there in the Championship and progress. Keenan Davis as well. He does probably have a future as a single striker. But again, we sent him off to Leeds, was it? Leeds United on loan for the year to get some football in the Championship. Same with Rashawn Williams, Oxford promoted Championship club. So we'll get him some football in the Championship as well. Now let's have a look at the ins because that's what we care about. Mason Holgate from Everton. They didn't want him anymore. We snapped him up, 14.5 million, raising to 23. Most of that is if we win or qualify for the Champions League, I think. Decent defender, good pace. And I think he will do quite well. And of course, being English helps as well. Ben Godfrey, we finally got him. Foxy Manager's suggestion for last season. We couldn't afford him then. We could now. 8.5 million, we've brought him in. And what I like about Ben Foster is that he can play in front of the back four as well. So a bit of a utility player there for us. Rivaldo Coetzee, the South African. Now this guy, I thought Mobila did so well, let's have another crack at a South African. And look at some of these stats here. He can pass the ball. He's essentially a playmaker in defence. But good positioning as well. Physical stats are fine. Tackling perhaps is the weakness as a defender. But everything else about him there, very good. And I think he'll be a very good defender for us. Robert Gumny, we signed him from a Polish guy. We signed from Poland, 5 million. We actually fought off, I think, City and Arsenal are interested in this guy. So why he's ended up with us, I'm not too sure. But you can see good physical stats, good pace is what I should say. Jumping's not so good, neither is strength. But I think he's basically replacing El Mohammadi, whose contract has expired, and he's left the club as well. So I think he's going to do quite well for us. And finally, Christopher Aja, we got him from Celtic. And look at this guy. He's essentially the next replacement. And not just on the field, off it as well. I think he could be, he will be a captain. Determination of 18, leadership of 16, good jumping. He can pass as well, good vision. I think in front of the back four, It's kind of where I have him pinned into play. He only just joined the club in the last couple of game days, so he's not going to start this first game against Manchester City, but we'll definitely look to bring him off the bench and go from there. Now, let's have a look at pre-season. First up, we played New York Red Bulls reserves. We were too good for this team. We dominated the game, as you can see there. Markovic with a goal, an own goal as well. We were good in the first half. We kind of struggled a bit in the second, to be honest, a little bit poor, but we were too good for a poor team there. Then we played Barcelona away from home. This was a strong Barcelona team. Jack Grealish was an absolute, well, what can I say? It was a really good strike to equalise for us. No shame in losing to this Barcelona team, though. You can see we held our own in terms of possession. They were just a little bit more clinical. But look at this. Messi, Coutinho, Rakitic, Gomez. It was a strong Barcelona team. And away from home as well. I thought we did quite well there. Then the marquee result over the off-season. 1-0, we beat Juventus in Turin. Nick Roberts with the goal, and it was an absolute howitzer as well. You can see, outplayed, but defended well. And, got the job done. So that was a really, really good result for us. Then we played Olympiacos. This was probably our best performance of pre-season. 3-0. Jumpy with a penalty and another goal. Doyle Hayes with a good goal as well. And you can see, against a good team that is, I think, well, they are Champions League qualifiers, aren't they? We played them off the park, essentially. That was a really, really good performance. Then we play Atletico Madrid, again away from home, and again a decent performance. Jumpy missed a penalty, knocked in the rebound to open the scoring for us. We were poor in the second half, though. But look at these stats. I mean, that was mostly first half as well. It was a decent enough performance, that one. And then we played Pacos de Ferreira, and I don't know what happened. We can see the match ratings were poor. We still dominated the game. We couldn't score to save ourselves. They knocked in 2 of their 3 shots on goal. Our weakest opposition was we basically lost to maybe New York Red Bulls, but one of our weaker oppositions. And they beat us worse than Barcelona did. So don't know quite what happened there. But let's warm up for the season, guys. Let's look back on some of our best goals of pre-season.
Apologize.
We're showing Manchester City away from home. It doesn't get any easier. I mean, last year we had, I think, the top 6 in our first 8 games. At least this year it softens up a little bit after this first game, but not the easiest start to the season. So let's see what we can do. Can we cause an upset? Let's have a look at the team that we're sending out. I'll have a quick sort of a look at the actual attributes as well, so you can see for the first game. Livakovic is starting goalkeeper, last year's player of the season, and absolutely no reason to think why he can't do it again this year. You can see he is wanted by, was it Arsenal? Arsenal and Chelsea. So he's been spotted, guys. He's been spotted, but we will be doing everything we can to hang on to him. Mobida's going to start down the left for us. You can see there, very good attacking left back. Chambers is going to partner Holgate in defence. We can see Chambers there, a good solid Premier League player, along with Mason Holgate, who we've already seen. James Bree is going to play right back for us. He gets the start ahead of Gumney, but there's good competition for places there. Tish Bowler's going to start this game as the deep-lying playmaker in front of the back four. Tonali is away with Italy at the Olympics. Aya hasn't just come to the club, and Tish Bowler wants more football. So it's a good opportunity to give him a couple of starts here, and then we'll bring Aya off the bench. McGinn is going to partner Jack Grealish in this new role we found for him at the end of last year, and he's been absolutely brilliant there in pre-season as well. I have high hopes for him for this season. Markovic, he's on thin ice from last year. We are going to start him this year, though, because there is a good player in there. We just need to try and find it. Andre Green, Marin is injured for the start of the year, just a minor knock, so Andre Green gets the start first game of the season, and Botheim as well up top. Bit of an indifferent start to the year, as you can see in terms of attributes, but he did okay for us last year, so I'm sure he'll do fine as well this year. Martinez is the backup goalkeeper. We know that he's going to do a job for us. Kurtzy, of course, on the bench as well. Gumney, we've seen Asia. Doyle Hayes, this is a big season for him. As I said, we didn't sign any midfielders really, so we're relying on these young guys to step up and take their chances. Junpei on the bench as well. I've been toying with him in the Jack Grealish role, and he's done okay there as well, so we might look to use him there long term. And Labadovic, of course, our other Croatians, 18 years old, he's on the bench as well. As I was saying with injuries, Watmo, Godfrey are both injured to start the year, as is Jack Clark, another one of these young guys that I want to try and get into the first team this year, see if he can prove himself. Cochrane as well has picked up a knock, along with Marin, and Abdul Rahman got himself injured in pre-season as well, so he hasn't had a pre-season. So hopefully he'll come back. We'll ease him into fitness and he'll pick up where he left off the end of last year, because he was quite good. So it looks like we're matching up man for man. What can possibly go wrong? Now, I did want to have a quick talk to almost directly to Nick Roberts and Brian Carlos. We have a couple of options. Do we want to send you guys out on loan? There are some clubs that are interested, so we're looking League 1, League 2. Long term, that might work out for you because you'll get first team football and improve a little bit quicker. Short term means we don't really see you this season. I mean, we could obviously check in on your progress and things like that, but we wouldn't, unless we played the teams in the cup, we wouldn't actually see you this season. So let me know what you guys think. I'll kind of leave it up to you. We will still look to play you. I mean, not when we play Manchester City, because, you know, it's probably not the best. Although Roberts did get a cracking goal against Juventus, so maybe it would work out okay. But anyway, yeah, let me know what you guys want me to do on that front. So quiet start to the game, which I think I'm okay with. Let's be honest, a point here would be amazing for us, wouldn't it? Grealish knocks the corner in. It's headed in. Oh, it's a goal from John McGinn. We've taken the lead at the Etihad, and that was unexpected, I have to say. That was unexpected. 1-0 to Villa at Manchester City. What a start to the year. Let's give it a concentrate. We don't want to get too excited here. To tell you what, it's a cracking header from John McGinn, isn't it? Haven't toyed around with the set pieces too much from last season. Of course, I think we did okay. But yeah, John McGinn opens the scoring for us this season. Nice one, son. There we go, Bree, down the line for Markovic. What can he do? He's tiptoeing on that thin ice. Both time! Oh! It's still there, is it? No, it's hacked away. We could be 2-0 up. We've hit the bar. Come on, Villa. As I was saying in the press conference, I think long term, I think I said it in the press conference, we this year we want to try and look at this play. Who are we? We want to try and go one further into the Europa League. That's not a good pass from Markovic. I liked the intent though. Can we put some pressure on? Go on, McGinn. Put pressure on. Oh, hacked clear. Are we going to get into trouble here? No. Or maybe we still are in a bit of trouble here. Let's retreat, boys. Retreat. What's it, Monty Python? Run away. Run away. What's that? Holy Grail. Isn't it Monty Python, the Holy Grail? Anyway, I'm digressing a little bit from the points. Here's Aguero. They're putting us under pressure here. Can we get a block in? De Bruyne. De Bruyne! It was good while it lasted. It was good while it lasted. It's still 1-1, so not the end of the world here. We might give it we'll give them a get creative maybe here. See if we can come straight back at them. Go toe for toe with Manchester City. Unlikely, but you never know. A little bit unlucky. It looks like a deflected cross. And yeah, who was this? Chambers. Just maybe need to be a little bit more aggressive in his defending there, but that's okay. That's okay. Here we go. Straight back at them. Come on, boys. Mobita with the throw. Out to Tishbola. What can he do? Can we find a man in the box? It's Grealish. Grealish back to Tishbola. Can he find... Because what is that? What is that, Tishbola? He was the game gave him that goal of the season for last season with that stunning strike against Chelsea. Was hoping for another one there, but instead he's essentially assisted Manchester City's goal. So we've conceded 2 in a minute. Yeah, have we just angered them? That may be the concern here. We may have just angered them. This is the first game of the year. This is the early kickoff first on the opening day. So, yeah, I mean, that wasn't great from Tishbola, was it? And that wasn't the best defending there from Holgate. You've got to get to that ball first. Tishbola looking nervous after that pass, as he probably should be. Look at that. That's really disappointing, isn't it? 2 quick fire goals. They're looking fired up. Let's come on, get creative again. Get creative. Hopefully this time. I don't like when I say get creative and the highlight starts with Manchester City. Are we just getting creative in ways to concede goals? Obviously, get creative isn't working. We are falling to pieces a little bit. It was good while it lasted. But yeah. I mean, they're a good team, aren't they? I mean, we can't be too disappointed. I'm going to give it a demand more because we are kind of falling to pieces here. I mean, that's just not good enough defending. He's walked straight through us. Is that Tish Bowler? He's not a natural in that position, and I'm wondering if he's kind of costing us a little bit here. He's given the ball away, and he's kind of let somebody just walk straight past him. Oh, come on. Not 4. 4's harsh. We haven't been that bad. We haven't been that bad. He's offside. Okay, that's all right. Yeah, I mean, we're pushing up because they're a passing team. We're trying to engage them high up the pitch. Was it offside? I mean, he's offside there, isn't he? It's not the goal scorer, but there's someone in the middle there, so I don't think they can have too many complaints about that. Oh, it's another highlight for Manchester City. Come on, boys. Are we going to have to... I don't want to back off them. Maybe we should not counter-press, but this isn't counter-pressing goals. This is just poor defending. Kovacic again to De Bruyne. At least we're holding him up a little bit this time. Come on, boys. Get to that. Push out. There we go. Shot comes in. It's well blocked, and it's cleared away from Callum Chambers. We are under all sorts of pressure here right now, aren't we? Under all sorts of pressure. Nice star jumps from someone down the bottom corner there. That's hacked away from Holgate. Can we get onto that? No, we cannot. Yeah, I mean, we've scored from our only shot. It was a corner, so yeah. Markovic again. I want him to do well, and he's just letting me down. So I think we've got to say not good enough. That fires them up. Mason Holgate, watch your step. Anything else we want to say here? I don't think so. We'll send them back out there. Christopher Ayar is going to be coming into this game at some point. Markovic and Green, the wide players just aren't getting themselves into this game. There's probably a good reason for that, and just that we're being outplayed. Let's maybe encourage Tisbola's frustrated by encouragement. I think that's probably as good a reason as any to bring on Ayar, give him his debut, deep line playmaker like that. See what he can do. Is there anything else we want to do? Markovic isn't playing well, so let's bring Junpi on for him. We might need to look at cashing in Lazar Markovic, I think. He is just not playing well. The only other thing maybe is if we consider maybe playing him an inside forward, a different sort of role. That might work, perhaps. Holgate's not playing well. He's on a booking. Let's give Rivaldo a debut as well. Get the debuts out of the way here. I mean, 3-1 wouldn't be the worst, I don't think, but, you know, there's still 20 minutes to go here. Plenty of time. Ask Burton Albion how badly things can go wrong in 20 minutes. Let's give it a demand more, maybe. Grealish is looking anxious. That's not good. Anxious and nervous players. Can we win this ball high up the pitch? Come on, boys. Come on, put a bit of pressure on. There we go. Botheim has it and loses it very quickly. I mean, this isn't our level right now, is it? This is the dream, is to get to this sort of level. But I mean, that was the problem I was finding too with signing midfield players. Is that to sign a quality midfield player, it was too much. We couldn't afford it. Junpi's on the ball here though, but God, loses it. Yeah, are we going to get done again here? Son, he's just so good, isn't he? He's just so good. He's too quick. What a tackle! Oh, it's a penalty. I thought that was a good tackle. I'll be honest, I thought the defender won that. I thought Coetzee did quite a good job, but it is a penalty. Can Livakovic save us? Oh, he went the right way. I thought he might just about get that done. But not to be. It's Aguero's second of the game. What can we say? Maybe show some passion. You know, play for the shirt now, boys. This is where you need to dig in. Decent effort from Livakovic, wasn't it? Just couldn't quite get there. City's playing well. Now, are we letting them play well? That's the question, isn't it? but they are playing well. It's not an easy game first up, is it? First game of the season. Nice sort of pirouette there from McGinn. Can we get one back? Let's make it look like at least it was a game. There's a ball over the top for Junpei. Can he pick up Botheim in the middle? We've got a man at the back post as well. Andre Green, it's there. Botheim! Oh, that's a good chance. It's a good chance. Tough header though, wasn't it? It was a tough header. Callum Chambers is having a nightmare. We might just encourage. I don't see what else we can do at this point. 88th minute, can we get this away? We can with McGinn. It's still there for City. 5-1 would be harsh. It would be harsh. Come on, boys. De Bruyne crosses it in. Away, boys. There we go. Breeze got to that. It's still there. It's just not going. Just keeps coming back at us, doesn't it? Over the bar from Laporte, though. And this nightmare is almost finished. It will get better, though, won't it? It will get better. This is, as I said, a tough start to the game. To the season, I should say. Tough game to start the season. Yeah, like I said, let me know what you think of the transfers over the window. Phil Foden, is he going to come back to haunt us? Is that off? Who did that foul? It's full time, that's alright. We don't want silly sendings off, do we? I did try to get Foden and Oxford back. Both West Ham and City wanted them to stay to play in their first team. We'll say we're not happy with that because we can't be happy with some of those match ratings. But yeah, so Oxford and what's his name, Foden, they weren't options for us. So we've got 3 debuts out of the way there. That's not too bad. But that is the episode, guys. If you have enjoyed that for some reason, if you do like Manchester City, do make sure you hit thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new, and we will be back on Monday. Monday takes me a second sometimes. We'll come back for let's do the EFL Cup second round and West Ham. We'll try and get a few games under our belt here. Hopefully a few wins as well, and we'll come back. EFL Cup, we can look at some of the, Roberts and Carlos if they don't go out on loan. Some of the youngsters as well. Good opportunity to see them, and West Ham as well in the league, which will be a competitive game because they were in and around this last year for the Europa League spots. But like I say, guys, I've been Aussie Villain. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you Monday. Take care.